What do wrinkled, tacky fingertips have in common with emotions and behaviors? I'm Kelly Rhodes with Body and Behavior Institute. We know that exposure to this environment results in this adaptation. Your whole body has skin, but your whole body doesn't become wrinkled and tacky when you're in water. Just the specific parts of your body that need to be wrinkled and tacky to better grip a slippery bank, pull you out of the water, help you survive. And this environment creates this adaptation. Increased pupil aperture brings in more light to give us a better chance of keeping ourselves safe in the dark. As you move through your day, your survival systems, including your nervous and endocrine and immune systems, are working together, constantly monitoring your environment, making the necessary changes, adaptations, to give you the greatest chance for survival. We might rush through the house getting ready for work, lift a heavy backpack, move up or down stairs, sit in the cold at a bus stop, or run for a taxi. As we perform each of these activities, the state of our physiology changes. Our heart rate increases to allow us to lift and run. The shape of our blood vessels change to help our bodies stay warm on a cold day or cool on a hot day. The constellation of changes taking place inside the body in response to stimuli in your environment, the changes in heart rate and breathing and gastrointestinal changes and sweating and glands secreting different substances, adrenaline flooding your system. A lot of the time, these physiological changes are actual motions, smooth muscle contractions on the walls of your arteries or gastrointestinal tract. These motions inside of your body are emotions. Your body makes these changes in response to your environment to maintain thousands of physiological processes in the most efficient way. And there's a name for this process. The body's process for maintaining optimal survival parameters is called homeostasis. Sometimes the body can maintain homeostasis by making changes inside of itself, by changing the shape or thickness of organs or arteries, or by pulling nutrients or water from a resource within the body. We don't know these adaptations are happening, even though hundreds of homeostatic changes are happening every second. But if the resources to maintain homeostasis are not available inside our bodies send us a prompt that says, hey, I need your help. Get a glass of water or get out of the hot sun. These prompts activate preset behavioral responses. We don't have to think about these responses. We often don't even realize we're making them. Our bodies just take that sip of water or step back or shift out of the sun to the shade. But if the person doesn't respond, if we don't take a sip of water, if we don't get out of the hot sun, our survival systems increase the intensity of the prompt to the level that it is consciously perceived by the individual. This conscious perception of the emotion is called a feeling. At this point, if the prompt is intense enough, we stop what we're doing, reach out into the environment, and bring that survival resource to our body. We get up and get a glass of water. We get out of the hot sun. Whatever the homeostatic requirement is, we actively join with our body's need to survive to help maintain homeostasis. All of your systems work together to help you survive and thrive and pass on your genes if you so desire. Different threats and rewards in your environment activate different changes in the organs and systems of your body. The constellation of changes in your body are going to be different if they're preparing for or responding to threat of injury from a predator versus threat of rejection from a person you care about. And there will be subtle, nuanced differences in the constellation of body changes in response to a reward of a sudden cool breeze on a hot day. versus a hug from someone you love. When those body changes are intense enough that our nervous system picks up on them and we can consciously perceive them, they're feelings of fear, rejection, relief, acceptance. So chronologically, involuntary changes inside the body are emotions. And secondary, we become aware of the emotion, that's a feeling. If a survival requirement is missing, our survival systems generate emotions that enlist behaviors to meet that missing survival need. Not any emotion and not any behavior. Our survival systems generate specific emotions that enlist specific behaviors to meet that missing survival need. It also turns off those actions when the body receives the missing survival resource. This process not only keeps us alive, but it continuously gathers information from each of these organs and systems, which create a collective state of the body. This is known as a body state. Understanding why and where and how emotions, feelings, and behaviors originate is imperative if you want to change emotions, feelings, and behaviors. We humans have a way of dismissing the needs and nudgings from our survival systems. It's almost as if, because they don't use audible language, we assess their contribution to our survival as without value, until something goes awry. When in truth, they're the very vehicle that makes it possible for us to live our lives, engage with others, do all the things we like and want to do. Their language is movement, emotion, distress, illness, health. Arguably, one of the most important things our neocortex can decipher is what these systems are communicating. And quite possibly, the most powerful words the neocortex can say are those the survival systems would say if they had an audible voice. In the beginning of this video, I asked the question, what do wrinkled, tacky fingertips, emotions, and behaviors have in common? They are all survival adaptations in response to perceived threats and rewards in your environment. They are a natural and important part of your body's homeostatic process. Top researchers and national scientific research funders from around the world, including National Institutes of Health, invest in homeostasis research because it is a cornerstone of understanding emotions, feelings, and behaviors. These are some of my favorite homeostasis researchers: Antonio Damasio, Gil Carvalho, Robert Levinson. So all of these researchers and more research homeostasis because it is so powerful in understanding emotions and behaviors. I've included links in the description to their work and suggested reading on homeostasis. If you'd like to learn more, here are 2 videos. I'm Kelly with Body and Behavior Institute. If you found value in this video, please give it a thumbs up or subscribe.